Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lynn, and thank you for joining me for this level 1 yoga practice today. So you're going to need a block or two, a strap, and a blanket if that is something that you have in your practice. Today, to start with, I've placed my blanket out flat on my mat. I am sitting on one of my blocks to prop myself up. If you need to prop yourself up, we're just going to take a little moment to settle ourselves, prepare ourselves for practice with a little grounding meditation here. So let's go ahead and come to seated and shut down your eyes. And just feel the connection of your sit bones to the ground, whether your legs are in a cross-legged position, narrow or wide, or maybe even extended straight out in front of you. Whatever position you're in, just allow your spine to line up from your sit bones up through the crown of your head and settle in and connect to your exhalations for just a moment. Just letting your day go. Bringing yourself into this moment, this time for yourself. Your quote today is by John Keats. Nothing ever becomes real till it is experienced. Nothing ever becomes real till it is experienced. And slowly open your eyes, sweeping your arms up and down. And just moving with your breath, reaching up and down. Next time arms go up, interlace your fingers, pressing palms to the sky. Bring your upper arms, your biceps, just a little bit closer to your ears and lift up and out of your side waist. As if you could propel yourself right off of your sit bones. You could levitate upward. With the same interlace of your fingers, take your hands behind your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep your chest upright. Keep your gaze forward. Work to broaden through your collarbones as you lengthen up through the crown of your head. Come back to center. Change the interlace of your fingers, pressing your palms forward. As you lift your arms, bring your upper arms closer to your ears, lengthening up and out of your side waist. Growing just a little bit taller, lengthening up. Hands behind your back, that same interlace, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach your palms together as you reach your fingertips towards the floor. Your collarbones are opening wide, you're lengthening up through the crown of your head. You're growing taller. And release. Twist to the right. Hold. Roll your shoulders back. Come back to center. Twist to the left. Rolling your shoulders back. And release. Let's come on to our hands and knees and start to do a little cat and cow today. Spreading your fingers wide, rounding your back, and arching. And just experiencing and sensing where you may be tight through your hips, through your back. And just let this be a nice opening for you. Toes are going straight back behind you. Spread all 10 toes wide. Now push back into child's pose, keeping your legs in this same position from cat-cow, keeping your feet and stretching your arms out. Just allowing your head to drop here, really lengthening. And now bring yourself up. And we're going to do a little of what I like to call uncat, uncow. Chest comes forward in your cow. Rounding your back, driving your tailbone back. And you're going to reach a point where your tail wants to curl upwards. Keep your arms straight. Pull your chest forward into our cat. Round yourself backwards, bringing your tailbone back towards your heels. So the joints that are moving are our hip and our arms as we bring ourselves back and forth, keeping our arms straight. Chest up, coming forward. Rounding yourself back, tailbone back. You reach a point where then all of a sudden your sit bones want to lift up and then pull yourself forward, looking upward, rounding back. And sticking your sit bones up, pulling yourself forward. Let's do one more, rounding back, tailbone back. Spreading your palms, sticking your sit bones up, pulling yourself forward here. Take your feet together, knees go wide, push back into child's pose here. Stretching your arms out, lengthening, really creating some space. Allowing your abdomen to drop. Keep your arms active. So energy through your arms. Your elbows are nice and straight. Your wrists are straight. Your palms are spreading wide. Your fingers are spreading wide. Walk your hands to the right. Lengthen through your left side waist by walking your left fingers out a little more. So this isn't a big side bend to the right. We're just reaching towards the right upper corner of our mat. So we're lengthening out of both of our side waists. So we're not side bending, we're lengthening this morning. Well, it's morning when I'm filming this, so I'm not sure when you're practicing it. And let's go over to the opposite side, walking out. So again, we're heading towards the top left corner of our mat. Walk your right fingers out just a little bit more. Walk your left fingers out. So can we really start to create space through our side waist, through our spine? Finding length today. And bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself up to high kneeling. I'm just going to fold my blanket up and have a little padding for my knees, so you can do that if you would like. And bring yourself up to high kneeling. Bring your hands onto your hips, and let's just do a little pelvic tilt. Just back and forth, moving your pelvis, thinking of your pelvis as a bucket of water, spilling it forward. And as you come back, we slightly spill it back. Spill it forward and back. Once more here, spill it forward and back. Hands beside you. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold, sweep your arms back behind you. Sweep back up and down. Just moving here in and out. Just nice rhythmic movement. Reach to the sky. Fold, head to the ground. Head may or may not reach the ground. Lift your arms back up. As you go down, sweep your arms behind you and back up. And even going into a little extension, coming down, folding forward, lifting up, sweeping your arms. Little bit of back bend, coming forward and down. So now, next time we go down, we're going to put our left hand behind our back. Left hand, small of your back, palm facing upward. Just sweeping up with your right arm. Come down. We're going to switch arms. Right hand behind you as you lift your left arm up. So we're alternating here, coming down, taking your left arm to the small of your back, left hand, and then sweep your right hand up. Just make sure you're doing opposite, coming down, hand to your back, lifting up, reaching into extension, coming down, switching. Let's do even ourselves out. Even out. Let's do one more, opposite side. Lifting up, coming down. Lift both arms into extension, coming down. Sweep up, both arms into extension. Find your back bend. Come down. Let's do one more, up into extension. And come down, child's pose. Wrap your hands back towards your heels, rest your head. So if your head doesn't reach the ground and you have a block or another blanket, you can just place your forehead on your block or your forehead on the floor. And so let your shoulders roll forward as you reach for your feet. Let's take a few pausing breaths here. And let's bring ourselves back up to high kneeling. I'm just going to set my blocks on either side of my mat, top of my mat. Hands to your hips. Bring your right leg up. Now let's drop our sit bones down, lift through the front side of our body and sweep our arms up in the air. Turn your palms to face each other. Slightly bend your elbows for just a second and then re-extend your elbows up, lengthening up and out of your side waist. So we want to have this lift through the front of our thigh, lengthening up. Really extending up through your elbows. Let's twist to the right. Right hand can be on your hip or out into a T, depending on where you are here. Rolling, looking back over your right shoulder. Keep lengthening up. Unravel, come back to center. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Take your left leg forward. Lift your arms up. Reach up. So again, we're lifting through our whole right side, front of our hip. Reaching up, lifting, spreading your fingers. Extending the crown of your head upwards. And let's twist left. You can bring your left hand to your hip or out into your T. Right hand on your knee. Unravel and come back to center. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Let's take our right leg forward. Hands to the floor or two blocks. Drive your sit bones forward and then straighten your leg back. keeping your foot anchored onto the ground, coming forward. And right now it's okay if our knee goes over our toes because we're nice and grounded here. Just opening, and really find this nice straight, tracking your toes or your knees over your toes, back and forth, and just lengthening through the crown of your head. Let's go forward and hold here. Lengthen up. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. So can we lengthen out of our side waist, creating a little space here, lengthening through the crown of your head as well. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Taking your left leg forward, driving your sit bones. And again, starting out, back and forth, moving here. So it's okay again, knee over. Just really opening up your ankle joint, your knees, your hips. There's a lot going on here. And work to spread your collarbones wide, lengthen through your side waist. And let's go ahead and come forward, lengthening, pull your shoulders away from your ears, holding here. And release. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Bring your right leg forward. Keep your torso lifted. So we're slightly elongated now with our right foot forward, hands to our hips. Let's drive now. So we've got this action here. Lift through your left side, lengthen out of your side waist, take both your arms up, and now drive your sit bones forward. Keep your front knee and ankle straight up and down. So we're in our kneeling crescent lunge. Extend up, lengthen out of your side waist. Really find some expansion here, some length. So we're working to bring our front thigh parallel to the floor as we open up our back thigh. Reach up just a little more through your fingers. Reach up as if you're reaching for the sun. Or maybe the moon. And come back up. Let's go ahead and switch sides. And take your left leg forward with this nice little elongation. Square your hips. Sweep your arms up. Now drive yourself forward into this. Front knee and ankle straight up and down. Work to bring your front thigh parallel to the floor. Lift up through your arms. Reaching up, extending. So we're moving from our hips up and out of our side waist. Reaching up through our armpits. Extending up through our elbows. Spreading our palms, spreading our fingers, really finding nice length. Can we create space today in our bodies? And release and come on up. Let's take a downward facing dog. Spreading your fingers, lifting your sit bones, and just let there be a nice exploration here in your dog pose. Pedaling your feet. And just noticing anywhere that you may feel a little tightness. And now just hold your dog pose. Lift your sit bones up. Spreading your palms. Letting your head drop. Come forward into Dandasana. Plank pose, Dandasana. Pose of wisdom. Staff pose. Push back. Downward facing dog. Come forward into your plank. Forward, forward, forward. Holding here. Pushing back, down dog. Come forward into your plank. Lengthening. Zip your thighs together. And push yourself back into downward facing dog. Hips lifting, lengthening up and out of your side waist. Come forward into Dandasana. Lower to your knees. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Stick your sit bones up in the air. So now we're into our hold here. We're in our cow position with our low back arched. Lift your chin slightly, gaze forward, and now bend down, knees, chest, chin. 8 points on the ground, chest, chin, hands, knees, and toes. Slide yourself through, roll your shoulders back, and lift your chest. Push yourself back into child's pose. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Toes under, downward facing dog. Sit bones lifted here. Come back into Dandasana. We're going to do this again. We're going to lower to our knees. We're going to stick our buttocks up behind us. So a little cow tilt. Lift your chin, gaze slightly forward. Hold this position. Now lower down. Scoop yourself through, roll your shoulders back. Push yourself back into child's pose. Toes are turned under the whole time. Lift yourself up into downward facing dog. Holding your dog pose. Coming forward into Dandasana, lowering to your knees, sticking your sit bones up in the air, head gazes forward, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Pull yourself through, scoop yourself up, roll your shoulders back, push back into child's pose. Lift your sit bones up. Down dog. Come forward into your Dandasana. Lower to your knees. Oh, once again, here we go. Stick your sit bones up in the air. Take your gaze forward. So we're lowering like a little inchworm, coming down. Knees, chest, chin. Pause, pause. Pull forward. Lift into your cobra. Release back into down dog. Spreading your toes. Lengthening here. Let's come forward into Dandasana. Lower to your knees. Now stick your sit bones up behind you, gazing forward and lowering down. Rolling your shoulders back, lifting your chest. Back into downward facing dog. Lifting your sit bones up, spreading your toes. Let's step our feet forward, hang in our forward bend. Just allowing your head to drop. Softening your gaze. Sneak a peek. Make sure your feet are nice and parallel. Hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. Standing up nice and tall. Turn your palms to face forward. Drop your sit bones, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Inhale your arms up. Exhale down. Arms up. Down. Once more up. Back down. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and press your palms together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach down. So stay tall, stay in Tadasana. Shoulder blades move together. Release your hands. Sweep your arms up and interlace your hands. Press your palms up to the ceiling. Lengthen up and out of your side waist. Feel yourself growing taller. Release, fold forward. Hang in your forward bend. Letting your head drop. Let's bend our knees, look up. Drop your head, look down. Bend your knees, look up. Drop your head, look down. Bend your knees, look up. So you can go as deep into this squat as your ankles and your hips allow. Straighten your legs, head down. Each and every one of us has a different body type, different biomechanics. Drop your head down. Bend your knees, look up. And drop your head down, straightening your legs. Once more, bend your knees, look up. Drop your head down. Inhale, standing arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lift, lengthen, flat back. Hold here. Hands on your shins or your thighs or your blocks. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Lengthen out of your side waist. Bend your knees slightly. Stick your sit bones up just a little bit higher. And then straighten your legs. Keep your sit bones lifted. Straighten your legs. And then let your head bow down. And inhale, standing arms up and overhead. Hands down. Arms up, standing arms. Fold forward. Bend your knees slightly, just slightly. Lengthen flat back. Slowly straighten your legs. Stand on your left leg and lift your right leg up behind you. Standing split, let your head drop. Bring your leg down. Shift your weight, standing split, opposite leg lifts up. Let your head drop so you can lift into however big a split you want. Hands to the floor, hands grabbing your ankle, leg up high, wherever you are with your standing split. Release. Foot down. Inhale, standing arms up and overhead, and arms down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lift, lengthen, flat back. Lift your right leg up and step yourself back into your lunge. Work to bring your front knee and ankle straight up and down. If you need your blocks, use your blocks. Push out through your back heel. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Can we create length here? Strong, straight back leg. Working to bring our front thigh parallel to the floor. Push off, step forward, drop your head. Lift your left leg up in the air behind you. Step yourself back into your lunge. Push back through your back leg. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Find some openness through the front of your chest. Let's step forward. Drop your head. Standing arms up and overhead. Arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, flat back. Drop your head, right leg up into your standing split once again. Find your balance. Step yourself back into your lunge and lift up, crescent lunge. Press out through your back leg. Lengthen up. Really find space here through the front of your hip. Lift through the right side of your body. Spread your palms. Fold forward. Step forward. Drop your head. Lift your left leg up in the air behind you. Little split. Step yourself back into your crescent lunge and lift your arms up. Square your hips, push out through your back leg. Lift your chest. Soften your gaze. Reach your arms up. Release down. Step forward. Drop your head. Inhale, standing arms up and overhead. And arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lift, lengthen. Drop your head, right leg into your standing split. And now we're going to step back into warrior one. Pivot your back foot. Lift your chest. Lift your arms. Push back through your back leg. Really try and root your back heel down to the ground. Lengthening. Soften your gaze. Fold forward, step forward, drop your head. Left leg steps back, warrior one. Pivot and lift. Work to pull your left hip around. Reach up. Lengthen. Find something to focus on. Open up into your beautiful warrior. Fold forward, step forward, drop your head, standing arms up and overhead, arms down. Inhale up, fold forward, lift, lengthen, step back, down dog. Just hold your dog pose. Come forward into Dandasana. Lower to your knees. Stick your sit bones up. Let's come down, chest, chin, Asta Namaskar. Rolling your shoulders back. Lift into your cobra. Push yourself back into child's pose. Down dog from child's pose. Lifting your sit bones. Lengthening up. Step your feet forward. Hang in your forward bend. Inhale, standing arms up and overhead. Arms come down. Let's go ahead and do a little warrior. I've got my microphone here. Okay, you can take, if you've got on your mat still, and move your blanket out of the way. Take your legs nice and wide. Take your right leg, turn it out. Left leg in. Arms up. Here we go. Front knee and ankle straight up and down. Gaze out over your extended fingers. Really find the energy of pressing into your back leg. Pressing into the outside of your back leg to deepen your lunge in the front. Can you go a little lower? Work to bring your front thigh parallel to the floor. Rise up and let's change. Left leg out, right leg in, lift up. So keep rooting into your back foot. Gaze out over your extended fingers. We're constantly moving, adjusting. Use the strength of your back leg to allow you to deepen into your lunge. Soften your jaw. Go a little deeper. Rise up. Take your feet wide and parallel. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Left leg out, or actually right leg out. Left leg in, bending your front knee. Coming into warrior two once again. And then reach as far forward as you can, coming into side angle. Wherever you are with your side angle. Arms straight up in the air, alongside your head. Parsvakonasana. Really lengthen up and out of your side waist. Press into your back foot. Rise up. Whew, let's switch sides. Come into your warrior two first. Reach forward. And then come into side angle. Really lengthening. Finding your positioning. Pressing into the outside edge of your back foot. Let's rise up. Take your feet wide and parallel. Hands to your hips, folding forward. Lengthen out of your side waist. Hands to the floor or hands to your block. So make sure your feet are parallel. And again, pressing into the outside edges of your feet. Lift and lengthen into your flat back position. Work to stick your sit bones up. Oh, let's do this. Let's bend our knees. Bend them. Stick your sit bones up in the air just a little bit. And then slowly straighten your legs out. Keep your sit bones lifted. Keep them lifted. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head. Let's do that once more. Bend your knees. Lift your sit bones up. Straightening your legs. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head. Let's twist to the right. Left hand on the floor, right underneath your chest. Back or up in the air. Wherever your arm position is, keep rolling your shoulder back and then lengthen up through the crown of your head. Really create space here through your side waist. And release, come down. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Lengthen, really lengthen the crown of your head away from your sit bones and twist. So we create all of that space through our side waist, through the crown of your head. Roll your upper shoulder back and open just a little bit more. We're not collapsing, we're lengthening today. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And release down. And then come all the way down. Let your head drop. Walk your hands back in line with your feet, supporting your head if you'd like, with a block or a towel, a blanket. Pulling your kneecaps up, making your legs really strong. Now lift, lengthen, flat back. We're going to rise up, hands to your hips. Come on up. Step your feet together, nice and tall. And let's go ahead and stand with your feet parallel. Stand on your right leg, come into tree, whether it's an ankle, shin, or inner thigh. Finding your point of focus. Release down. Root your feet into the ground once more. Shift and come into tree. Opposite leg comes up. lengthening up. Let's release out of our tree, standing in your mountain, connecting your feet to the ground. And let's come now down to seated. Extending your legs out into Dandasana. Lifting yourself up, propping your hips if necessary, grabbing your foot, right leg, bringing it up and in, opening out to the side, left arm, and let's twist, rotate, roll your shoulders back, revolve your navel around your thigh, keep lengthening up through the crown of your head. Sometimes we want to lean back into this, but lengthen up through the crown of your head. Release, unwind, extend your leg out, bring your opposite leg in, lengthen up. And let's go ahead and twist and rotate and roll your shoulders back. Revolve your navel around your thigh. Keep your leg extended. Shoulders keep rolling back. Keep lengthening up through the crown of your head. And release from here. Extend both legs out. Bring your feet into Baddha Konasana. And then bring your feet as close to the floor of your pelvis as you can. Holding your ankles or your toes. Lift your chest up. Let your collarbones spread wide. Lean forward just a little bit. So we're not rounding yet. Just lean up. Pause here. Lengthen out of your sideways. Lean a little more. Lead with your sternum. Lead with your chest. Back of your neck is long, 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 long. Lean a little more. Lean a little more. And here we go. Walk your hands out. Walk out. Let yourself round forward. Keep lengthening out of your side waist. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head. Keep reaching your head past your toes. Lengthening here. Reach a little more. Reach a little more. And then walk your hands back. Lengthening up. Bringing your knees up. And coming onto your backs. And let's do a bridge pose. So nothing underneath your head. Allowing your head to drop. And slightly tuck both your shoulders under. Let's start with a little bending our elbows, palms facing each other. Walk your feet in if you haven't already, so they're lined up. And lift into your bridge. Tuck your shoulders under a little more. Your elbows are still bent. Press your upper arms into the ground and then slowly straighten out through your elbows with your thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Lift from the back of your body to lift you up. as if your shoulder blades are lifting your heart center up. Lift up a little higher. A little higher. Spread your palms. Open up. Really open up into your bridge. And release. Bring yourself down. Rock your knees from side to side. Dropping your knees down. And let's extend both our legs out. Take your right knee into your chest. Let's do a long-legged twist. Twist to the left. Look out over your right shoulder. Stacking your hips. And release. Extend your leg out. Bring your left leg up and in. And let's move into a long-legged twist on this side with your palms facing upward. Unravel and come into your Savasana. Letting your legs extend out. Allowing your palms to face upward. Just dropping into the earth. Letting all distractions from my neighborhood go. Letting all distractions from your environment go. And just allow yourself to completely release and absorb our practice today. Nothing ever becomes real till it is experienced. Stay in your Savasana for as long as you would like.